Hello, listeners and viewers. Welcome to another edition of the CitizenWolf audio podcast. This is episode 22 you're listening to, and yes, I do appreciate it's been a very long time since I've last recorded a podcast of any kind, really. It's just a lot of things have been going on, and a lot of issues with my health and bits and pieces, but we might talk about that a little bit later on. But getting back into the swing of things, I'm going to be talking about my trip to Galacon and Prague, and to help me out, I've brought in my very special friend, Synthia. How's it going?
Yes, hello, it is I, Synthia. I've been introduced as special and well, think of that of what you may.
What your friends call you special, or are you interpreting that as like a special kind of special? Is that
I'm,
what you
I'm
mean?
definitely being called special a lot, and that, double meaning. I have my qualities, thank you very much.
But yes, instead of me just doing the podcast on my own, I thought I'd bring in Cynthia to help me out because she was there at the actually was there, and talk of a few bits and pieces. Hopefully it'll be a great podcast, and I am a little bit rusty, so please bear with me while I'm getting back into the swing of things, and I'll try and get things moving, as I say, but we'll be rambling about all sorts of different bits and pieces. So Prague, Galacon, yes. So before we talk about Galacon, that'll be probably the second half of the podcast because that was the second part of my trip, I suppose. Before I actually went to Galacon, I went to Prague for the first time. So in Czechia, that is, it's. How can I describe Prague? It's a lot better than Britain, I say. I think a lot of places are better than Britain, to be brutally honest with you.
What
But
what was your first
it's
impression? The buildings are too tall?
yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, it was just yeah, I think it was actually like a lot of the like. I'm short as it is. I mean, I'm like 5'4" anyway, but like everything's so grandiose and so big and so tall, and that was my first impression of it. Like I look at the buildings, like holy, holy shit! Look at the size of that. These buildings are like about like 800 foot tall, and it just gets bigger and bigger. Everything is just like so grandiose and big over there. It's pretty crazy, and like and the architecture's so different and everything like that. It's just
Oh yeah, you have a
there's a
very
lot to take in.
you have a very beautiful like remaining medieval core, and Prague has always been, wealthy as a city. Plus, it has been mostly been undamaged from the bombings in World War II, and that really shows. Um, you have especially the churches. If you look at that, they're amazing. But I think we're going to return to that eventually.
Yes, we'll get to that point. But what do you think of Prague? Do you go to Prague quite a lot, or you only go occasionally? Or
I mean, since my boyfriend is living there, I'm basically there as often as I can. Every second weekend, if that works out with my work schedule. And I fell immediately in love with the city when I came there for the first time a few years ago. Um, it's definitely a place where I consider retiring. It has that sort of impact on me.
it's just like I bet is it quite expensive to live there though? I'd have thought you got to have a lot of money to like live anywhere in Europe. I suppose it's a really really nice upmarket kind of place.
Not quite. Considering that the Czech Republic is in general more like cheaper, if you compare it to other European capitals, you're definitely on the cheaper end.
It's a lot to take in for like if you've never been there before. Like I've been to Germany a couple of times, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But I've never actually been to somewhere like Prague, where like everything's really upmarket and posh, and there's loads and loads of different things to do. It's a really lovely place. It's like really big open spaces. The architecture's really like striking. Like the massive churches. There's quite a few up there. There's Prague Castle, and there's the I don't know what it's called, but there's a really nice church at the top of the hill. It's loads of hills, and you've got like the massive museum, and you've got loads of restaurants. It's quite overwhelming, and there's loads of stuff to do. If there's loads of tourist traps everywhere. I think we managed to do like. When I went there, you came in like about the second half of the week, wasn't it? Was it like the weekend and like Monday, Tuesday? I think it was. Yeah, you came in.
Yeah. It was like in the middle of the week, and you already had some dates with my boyfriend beforehand. And then we linked up.
You came along on the train. We met you at the train, and like that was the
Yes,
Saturday. I think was it the Saturday? Yeah.
I think it was Saturday.
Or was it the Friday evening? I can't remember now, but it was either Friday or Saturday anyway. And like we picked you up at the train station. We walked down. It's about 20-minute walk from Chaz's place down to the bottom of the hill. You got to be prepared to walk everywhere. There's it's like loads of hills.
But that's the advantage. It's a very walkable city, and even the public transport, it's easy to figure out, especially for a place that size. If you compare it to metro systems of other cities, they're like way complexer and way, cramped together, in a sense. So like on that end, you have a very beginner friendly, if you may call it so, capital city.
I think I totally agree with that one. It's I landed landed at the airport, of course, from Birmingham Airport. It takes about 2 hours to get there, and Chaz picked me up at the airport and like showed me like we took a few buses or coaches to the where he lives, about 20 minutes, and once you get the hang of it, the tram system, it's quite easy to understand. You've got everything's basically color coded. You've got three main. You got A, B, and C. You got the yellow line, the red line, and is it the green line? Is that the other one? The other
Yes,
line?
it's green.
Or is it the blue line? The green line. Yeah. So there is a fourth one being built at the moment, but at the moment there's three, and like it's quite easy to get to and from different places. Like if you need to get to the top of the hill to the bottom hill and stuff like that. And once I've done I spent a few days with Chaz. He was showing me like the area and taking the public transport. It's quite pleasant actually, and like it's quite reasonable, the pricing as well. Like you can buy like a 2 or 3 day ticket, which is quite cheap to get, and you can use that not just on the trams, but you can also use it on the buses as well and the trains as well. It's really, really easy to get around, which is really good. And like if you want to walk everywhere, that you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not all cities you can do that. Like Birmingham, again, you can walk places, but would you want to?
Well, that's something only you can answer. Depends on your body, on your state of body armor.
It's in Birmingham, I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't chance it. I can say that because I live not far away. I don't live in Birmingham, but not far away from there. You can probably tell by my accent, listeners at home. Birmingham, UK, not Birmingham, Alabama. I can't comment on Birmingham, Alabama. That's probably got its own problems. But this is Birmingham, UK. I'm talking about. But yeah, you can walk around everywhere, but it's not the safest place, putting it that way, without putting too much, hyperbole on that. But Prague's quite the opposite of that. Really, quite friendly. You got all sorts of. It's quite a melting pot of different cultures and people. You've got like Germans, you've got British people, you've got French people, Spanish people, all sorts of different creeds and colours of different, like from all around the world, like come to visit like Prague, and like I can see why, having gone there the first time. It's a really, really beautiful city, and
the great thing about the people in Prague, is that they don't really care. Like they leave you be, which sometimes you have those places where people are just being a bit too well, how would you call it, touchy, a bit too aggressive sometimes even. But like in Prague, you can always be sure, even if you do something weird, they just don't give a shit, and that's so comforting in a sense.
Compared to where you live currently, personally, like you're comparing that to where you live currently, or
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I live in rural Germany, and the people here are very, very judgmental, and so it's like not having to watch your every step in that sense is very lovely. But also other cities, if you compare it to especially the German ones, the vibe is just entirely different.
Definitely. I can't compare it to other European cities. Again, I've only been to. I've only been to Weibling in Germany. Like I flew to I've been to Munich, but I haven't been like I've only like visited it from the airport, like inside the airport. Like from there, I go to take the trains over to my friend's house, which is about an hour and a half. But I can't really say I can't compare Munich really, because I haven't really visited anywhere in Munich apart from the airport, and I can't really say I haven't been to like Paris or anything like that. But maybe next year, maybe we'll see. But on its own merits, it's a really, really nice city, and it's quite it's quite friendly, even if you've never been there before. Quite a friendly place to go around. There's loads of different things to do, and if again, like, you don't really have to worry about not maybe speaking, if you can only speak English, for example, as your first language. Like, a lot of people can speak English perfectly fine there, so your language barrier is not really so much of a thing over there, which is a plus for me as a British person, where we're terrible at learning other languages, but that's another matter entirely. But which, like, a lot of places are like English speakers and friendly. From what I can say, really. But it's a really, really lovely place. It's just, I don't think, because I spent a week over there, a week's not really enough to taking everything that you can do there, really, because there's that much stuff to do, which is pretty crazy. I mainly flew over there to meet yourself, Synth, and your boyfriend Chaz as well. Like, I stayed at his apartment, which is very kind of him to do that. So I had a lodger for a week and put up with the British and annoying him.
I mean, it was quite pleasant, and like torturing in return is like payment enough, you know. I mean, it's always great when you just have, people around the world, and you can just drop somewhere, not needing a hotel. That makes trips so much easier and cheaper. And then you're with the, when you're with the right people, that's such a blessing in a sense. You can travel much more and well, in a much more higher frequency and comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well, you were a pleasant. What can I say? You were a very pleasant guest. It was very nice having you over, and definitely worth repeating.
I think that's very kind of you to say it. That's very, very kind of you. I'll have to ask what Chaz thinks. Like, I think hopefully, like, he enjoyed my company as well. Hopefully, I wasn't too much of a tagger on, I suppose, because, as I say, I didn't want to get in the way. As I say, it's but like, we meet myself and yourself, of course. Like, we've spoke for about maybe a good year on Discord. Like, this is the first time I've actually, like, met in person, and Chaz in person as well for me. So it was really cool to, like, actually, like, for the people I've spoke to for like 12 months or so, I get to actually meet them for the first time. It's just like it was really, really cool to do that, and it was great fun to actually get over there and actually see a new place, and like it was really, really good fun. But I appreciate nice of you to say that was a good guest, and I didn't really annoy either of you too much.
Oh yeah, especially this step from going from taking an online relationship into reality. That's always a bit difficult, and you don't know what happens. How do you click, that sort of thing? But it has positive sides. Like, if it does work out, which it more than often does, because if you have been talking for a year and you like a person, then there's little chance that you won't like each other in person as well, right? Mm-hmm. And from that point on, it's like, why not have a good time? I hope we did. I hope you did, and you weren't annoying at all. It's like, it's very pleasant to have a friend over. That's the best thing in the world. That's what we're here for. I mean, especially Chaz. He was a bit stressed at the time because his work situation wasn't the best. Was quite stressful on him. Yes, he needed a moment alone, and I think he also had the moment, especially once I showed up, right? So, like, I could just give him that little bit of a breather, but in general, it was a great time. Awesome, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, fantastic.
Okay, let's make that an 8 out of 10, maybe.
I was too. All right.
Gotta give you that room for improvement, right? A little bit of an incentive.
Oh, right, thank you, great, appreciate that. But yeah, it's for when you, it's like, I was quite nervous at the time, like, because I going, for one, I've never been to Prague before, so I thought, okay, I was thinking, is something going to go wrong? Is the flight going to be okay? Am I going to get lost? Am I going to even get on with either of you two? That was one of the, I was worried, even though, like, we get on really well on Discord and everything, but it's a completely different, if you ask me, a ball game where when you actually meet them for the first time, you don't know how they're going to react to you, or you're going to react to them. Like, it's just like, you don't know until you try, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
I guess it's, I wouldn't call it a dice roll. Maybe that's a bit too strong a way of putting it. But, like, it's definitely a bit, how's it going to go, sort of thing. Really, there's always going to be that sort of thing. But like it was going over there. It was a wonderful experience, and it was great meeting you both for the first time. I really have to say that, and definitely will be trying to get over there again at some point. Not necessarily Prague, but as I say, if you maybe somewhere else in Europe, and hopefully maybe we'll try and do Galacon again next year. We'll have to see if things pan out. I think if I plan things a bit better again this time, we can make it happen basically and change the plans. But yeah, it's I think this year was a bit like, oh, just book it and hope for the best kind of thing. I think it was.
I mean, it turned out well, and well, now we have more of a basis, especially since I do believe there's a friendship more fortified and entrenched there, which is awesome if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely. What did you think of me personally when you saw me? Like, I'm just referring to my notes. Like I only put that in there simply because Cynthia's got my notes right. Like for the listeners at home, I gave her my notes I've made for this podcast, and I've put when we all met at the train station. Were you disappointed?
I mean, and what is there to be disappointed? Like the thing that you always think, especially as a tall person like me, is like, oh, you're smaller than I expected. But outside,
that's what Chaz said. Oh, you're shorter than I thought you would be. Like, I was like, that kind of broke my heart a little bit.
I mean, that is Chaz, and then there's me, who's already tall, and then I'm wearing my plateau boots, right?
And then you wear boots all the time as well. Just you're on stilts all the time.
Yes.
Which is not fair.
Yes, I'm easily reaching 2 meters with that, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
so it's not for the look. It's just you just tower over people.
I love
I'm a short person as
that gives me authority. People look up to me, literally,
physically. Yeah, I say that's cheating, to be brutally honest with you. But
I mean, sounds like cheating. It sounds like a you problem that you're vertically challenged.
A skill issue, you mean?
Exactly.
I wasn't skilled enough, so I'm I'm not skilled enough to be tall. That's why I'm 5 foot. I don't know, 4, I guess.
Yeah, it was like yeah, seeing you at the station. It's like, especially I don't think I've really seen a picture of you before. I mean, maybe, not sure actually. And it's like, yeah, you expect a person, and you get a person, right? And you have some basis with that person from talking beforehand. And I think that's the important part. Like, nobody is a model. Nobody is like okay, well, some people are models. Some people are like, how would you call it? Hard to look at, But everyone else is just in the middle, and that's the thing. You get a person that's in the middle, right? I'm in the middle. Right. Chaz is in the middle. What to expect?
So like you basically like before you actually meet them for the first time, you actually like build up you tried to in your brain. You tried to build a picture of what they might look like, and then like you compare it to how they actually look like and act and behave.
Yeah,
I guess. It's just like I don't know what to. I don't think I did that with either you or Chaz. I think it was just a case of see what happens. I guess I don't know. I don't think I ever like tried to picture either of you in my mind before I actually met you for the first time. Either of you the first time.
I think you have seen pictures of me at least. I know Chaz.
Oh, yourself, yes.
But yes, of me, you definitely have seen one.
Oh yes, of you I think, but like I definitely didn't with Chaz anyway. Before I don't know what to expect with Chaz, but as I said, like he looks completely different to what in real life compared to how I imagined him in my head. I think but yeah. But it's definitely an interesting one, and like I was just thinking maybe like you're thinking, oh, poor short British, like that kind of thing. Just like I don't know what you thought initially, or maybe what your thoughts initially, but you know, it's definitely one of those things. But I think we all got on extremely well, which is great, and like we had a good time with it.
Yes.
As I say, like it was he. I think, of course, like with Chaz's work situation at the time, I think he has changed since then, his work situation, which is improved,
Yes,
which is
it
great.
has generally improved.
And which is great, but like he was having difficulties at work and his previous employer and stuff. We won't go into that here, but he had to basically, on one of the days, he had to shoot off and like leave me and Synth like for a day or so. So Synth had to chaperone the Briish like, for was it Saturday or was it the Sunday? I can't
It
remember.
was a Sunday, because the first day we've been together, all three of us.
Yeah. He had to shoot off for the day, and like so, basically we had like a day in hand just to do some exploring. I call it the Synthia side quest. On that day, we on the Sunday, me and you went up to Prague Castle at the top of the hill. It was about 20 minutes on the trams. That was a really lovely day. That was. Well, I can't remember what it's called. It does have a name, Prague Castle, but people know what it is, Prague Castle.
Ooh, someone didn't do the research.
I didn't write down the proper name of it, which is fantastic, isn't it? But like, it's just. Prague Castle is so wild, and how extravagant and big it is. It towers over the entire place. It's such a beautiful building, and like we walked around the inside some of the buildings, the chapel, and all the religious buildings inside. It was really cool. I'm like we spent the day there, like taking photos and in the stained glass and the statues, and it was wonderful. But like,
especially in the context that you have previously complained that you did not take enough photos on your trip, so you just went through that thing and took a picture of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was basic. I don't usually, even if I go to new places, I don't take enough photos, which is I just like never. I just leave my phone in my pocket a lot of the time. But like on that day, I took shitloads of stuff, and like I took pictures of the church and the cathedral and the chapel and the statues and the glass windows and the lights and everything. I took pictures of everything. And it was fun to just hang out with you for the day, and like seeing like the weather was lovely as well, and it was just, everything went like a fair. And
I think what really helped that thing, like the whole day, was that we're both having a different approach to how start a day, right? Because Chaz is an early riser,
yes.
and I think you have been rising early the other days, and I think we have been generally just more chill. I think we went up by 11, like out the house. And
yeah, I appreciated that. I really did.
Yeah, you need it
because I need it because well, it's my own fault really, to be honest with you. But like I'm not really much of a morning person, for one.
Neither am I.
Number two. Yeah, so and number two for me anyway, at least you might be a bit different to me, but like I when I first landed in Prague, like I think I only had like I was operating on 3 hours of sleep. So when I landed, like we started like I was tired that day, and the following day I had nothing in the tank at all. But Chaz was insistent in showing me as much as he could. So I wasn't. I just wasn't. I was struggling to keep up, and even though I appreciated it, I was like, shit, I'm running out of energy. Like by the time we got to the bottom of the hill, I was like, oh god. But I really appreciated that he did that, because like it forced me to engage with everything, and like but after the first few days, and like I got my energy back and had a good sleep, I was okay then after a bit, like once I recharged. But appreciated like me and you, like we didn't have to get there for like 8 o'clock sharp or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I probably wouldn't have been able to do.
Yeah.
But, like we went like just before midday, which is suits me down to the ground really. And like we still spent plenty of time, like 2 or 3 hours walking around the buildings and things like that, and taking photos and things.
Do tell me your very precious opinion about the Cathedral of Prague Castle, which, may I remind you, is one of the most beautiful, best maintained cathedrals in the entire country. What's your opinion about that one?
Oh, you mean Bangin Church? You mean Bangin Church?
Okay, just to picture this for the listener at home, right? So we have this true marvel of a building, centuries old, very beautiful, like all the money of the Czech kings of the Czech state went into that building essentially. And then we have like this British, how would you call it, gremlin there, who's like taking in the view. He is like an ant compared to this massive church, and his comment to it is like, "Banging church, bruh." And I fucking lost it there. I was I was standing in the courtyard. I couldn't breathe anymore.
I think I figured out where it comes from actually, because like for the life of me, I spent like weeks trying to figure out like where that reference or comment came from. It's just I thought like I'd say, "Oh, banging church, bro." It was. We all stood back from it. I took a photo of it and like, I just turned to Synth and went, "Banging church." And that's became like it's become like a meme ever since, and like it's stuck in your mind.
I will never get over this. I can't look at churches anymore. I'm so broken from this. This is the worst thing.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to be like disrespectful or anything. It's just like it's just an endearing thing to say. I think, hopefully, and like,
so you went through your head. And you tried to find the most positive.
I could have said something like, "Oh, what a magnificent church! Oh, what a beautiful building! What fantastic architecture!" I went with banging. I went with bang. Of all the words that I have in my brain, I went with that one. Oh, good lord! I figured out where I think that reference comes from. I think.
Oh, do tell! I'm curious. I'm flaming.
It was like I was watching. I figured out where it comes from. That like I haven't told you this yet, but I was listening to or watching a Deltarune Let's Play on YouTube. I think it was Snapcube. I think her name is. But in one of the scenes anyway is like the character Chris that you control. You take them into the church, and you go up to the priest. I think it's part of one of the puzzles. You go up to one of the priests inside the building, and Chris. One of the options you can pick, dialogue options, is "banging sermon, my man." That's where it comes from. So I'll have to show you that for reference. But like she's the Chris says,
I mean,
"Banging
same energy, really.
And so I was just thinking, I must have been thinking about that at the same time when I was at the church. I thought, where do banging sermons happen? In banging churches, and that's where that connection is. That's where it is. It was a Deltarune Let's Play. I'll have to show. I'll put a link to the clip on in the show notes if you want to talk about. But it's a really funny Let's Play, and like that was just banging sermon. That got stuck in my mind. I went banging church. You couldn't breathe after that.
Still waiting that you make a sticker set with banging church that I can then stick on churches that I consider banging as well. I need that. You have to do that. You owe me this.
But yeah, if I do that, you'll start desecrating all the churches with the stickers, and I don't really want
so
to.
I already have desecrated 2 holy places in my life, and like a few more won't hurt, right?
What by doing what though? By desecrated in how? Like putting stickers? What do you mean? Like what have you done?
Do I have to elaborate? Fine. The most striking incident that there was on our holiday in Sweden earlier the year. So we went out with friends. We had like our pony play gear on, right? Just took some pictures in the city, and there was a church there. And we did the pictures. We packed up. I was still completely dressed in latex, essentially, like full on, the dominatrix outfit. And then we're like, oh yeah, let's head into the church. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was standing in the middle of that thing, looking at an artwork, and I was like looking down at myself. I was like, oh well, shit. I might be dressed a little bit inappropriately for this place.
But would you call it? I'd say desecration is physically damaging the church. I wouldn't call that entirely desecrating, like just wearing that kind of gear. I guess you could say that, but I'm thinking of maybe physically vandalising or damaging the building in some way.
Okay, wow, I would never do that. I have too much respect for a church. But like,
Exactly, but would you call that desecration? I suppose so.
I mean, it was a Protestant
Maybe.
church. They're usually more okay with that. But if it would have been Catholic, I would have been definitely been feeling more, how would you call it, stupid in there.
Right. Okay. But well, we'll see. I don't know. I'll have to look at the definition of it. I wouldn't go that far. I'd say my definition maybe goes further than what you say. I'd say my desecration means physically damaging the church or doing damage to something inside the building itself, and not maybe wearing something that doesn't align with
Christian values.
norms, social norms, I suppose. Christian values, however you want to, whatever phrase you want to use. Maybe it is. Maybe a lot of people. But I can see your point, but I probably wouldn't.
I mean,
Maybe.
I wasn't kicked out or anything.
Right, but yeah, but well, that's it then. So I suppose if you did get kicked out, then like you could call it desecration. I suppose.
It was more so a happy little accident because I completely forgot I was wearing that when going in there.
Oh,
Just feels natural.
Of course, I think we'll probably be talking about a little bit more later on in the podcast, maybe if things if we get to that point. But yes, but yeah. Anyway, that was our day at the church, the Bangin Church, as it were. We had after that we had some bagels. I remember bagels. I remember that there was lovely bagels. We went to like a little restaurant at the bottom of the hill. What did we do after that?
Well, going from dwelling in the divinity of the cathedral, we immediately went to the Sex Machine Museum.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes. It was that was an interesting experience, wasn't it? Like again, like I think we did that. Did we just did that just to annoy Chaz? Because
yes, like didn't want to go, so we had to, right? And of course, it's a tourist trap. It's the definition of a tourist trap. But it's great. Like the cringe part, the cringe aspect of it is what you go in there for. Right, and we had a great time. We had a great time with watching the vintage porn. That was so endearing to finally see like silent film pornography with plots that actually captures you.
We were interested in the plot, weren't we? Like what was it was like. I think of course it was black and white. Of course, it's probably like one of the quite a rare footage actually. Like it's one of the very few surviving examples apparently that still exists, and like they were playing it on like an old schooly projector kind of setup. It was we were watching it for a good half an hour.
Yeah, a little theatre and all.
In like a little theatre, yeah. We were watching it for a good half an hour, and like these little plots, like you got like what was that? There was this plot line with like a store, like with a priest or whatever, and like he's and
it always went to voyeurism in the end. Like the first one was like yeah, like with the landlord, and then he has like a sex with these two women. We don't know who they were.
Yes, they just
and
appeared.
His wife is watching through the peeping hole, and she gets jealous. So she goes to her maid and then has sex with her maid.
Yeah,
and like another servant that came in, and then the landlord, he also watched her through the peeping hole once he was done with the other women. Like. Come on. That was great.
It was so layered, wasn't it? It was just like we were just watching it for the plot, like what happens next.
I needed to know. This was better than anything that's on the cinema right now.
Yeah. It was great. It was great, and like of course, like once we watched that for half an hour, like the second and third floors, you got loads of paraphernalia, like from like several centuries ago and last century and whatever. Yeah, it was. There's a lot of stuff up there. It's just quite an eye opener. But yeah, if you're that way inclined, that is something that you can do. It's at the bottom of the hill if you wanted to do that. But I think we did that mainly just to annoy Chaz. I think just to say that.
And it worked. It worked.
Yeah, because we didn't tell him until we got back to the apartment. Like, oh, we went to the museum. That museum.
And he was a little bit upset about it.
Yeah, and you were thrilled that you upset him. as well. Because you just we'll get to that in a bit, but like you both love to wind each other up to something fierce. It's ridiculous, and like that, every opportunity that you both get, you use it. Like you just to wind each other up. It's just But anyway.
Well, you have to imagine this situation, how poor British guy is being like pushed through the streets of Prague, and he has like this couple behind him, and they're both just constantly giving each other shit.
Oh yes,
Like,
yeah. Oh, like you're referring to the bridge incident. Oh, should we talk about the bridge incident?
Yes, the bridge incidents. Do tell.
Oh yeah, like I think it was like near one of the last couple of days before. I think you had to go back. You had to go take the train. We were having a walk around the bottom of around near Chaz's apartment, and there's like a bridge, quite a high bridge that crosses over like several streets below. It's really, really high up.
There's an entire neighborhood below it, like houses and everything.
And I'm terrified of heights. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before on the podcast, but like Jesus, like it's safe, but I wasn't going to fall off it or anything, but like because there's massive like fences on either side of it, but like you could still see through it perfectly fine. I was like, oh God. Look, I looked down. I thought, I just felt like, oh shit! I thought my legs were wobbling like crazy, and so the best thing I had to do was I'm going to have to cross this bridge as fast as I can. So I started walking quite fast in front of Synth and Chaz, and them two were just bickering non-stop behind me. Like
you also have to mention that Chaz, while we're in the middle of the bridge, which is also a very long bridge, it's like
it takes about 10 minutes to walk. It takes about 10 minutes to walk it. It's quite a really long bridge as well. It is.
And Chaz is telling the story of the bridge, how during the Prague uprising in the 60s, the Soviet tanks were driving over this bridge and it almost collapsed, to a person that is terrified of heights.
Which is interesting, but like I couldn't pay attention to it because I was having a minor panic attack.
Just like
oh, and Synth was just laughing her ass off, like my suffering, like you do. You thought it was the most hilarious shit in the world.
I mean, I felt bad for you. Chaz also felt bad for you, but it was so funny.
Oh God!
God, I love torturing people. I love it when people are afraid. You know.
Oh God! Oh man, that was rough. I'm gonna say that was rough, and like I felt a bit unwell the following day. I had to stay at the apartment because of nothing. I needed a day to recover because my stomach was giving me grief. That was probably why. I was still like, I stayed in the apartment for a bit, for about half a day, and then just needed a bit of space, I think. But it wasn't Chaz's fault. I'm not going to blame him. I think I might have mentioned it to him beforehand, but I think he might have like genuinely forgot. And then like he only realised halfway through. So oh shit.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't malice. It was just this being disinformed.
No, it wasn't malice. Nah, it wasn't malice. But like I was like, oh God. I was in trouble, put it that way. But yeah, that was an interesting that was a thing that happened. But yeah,
I think we had to treat you for pizza afterwards.
Oh dearie me, but yeah, that was I will remember that forever. Like it's quite definitely a memory for sure. Not one I want to necessarily engage with all that often, but like it's one for the diary anyway, I think.
Exposure therapy.
Is that what you call it? Exposure therapy.
Absolutely.
Oh dearie me. But yeah, so that thing happened. What else did we do? Like lots of as I say, there's loads of restaurants in Prague. I love eating the food there. The pizzas are great. The Italian restaurants are great. Me and Chaz and you, of course, we ate all sorts of different things. But I'll always remember that my favourite of them all, the cheese toasty of Zanzibar. Oh
my God! I have never seen a person being so infatuated with a cheese sandwich.
It's oh my God! Like there's a little for people for context, folks, for people listening at home. There's a nice little cafe restaurant, bistro. Is it bistro? That's the proper term. Little bistro cafe thing. near Chaz's house, not about 5 minute walk away from his house, and
Not even. It's right across the street.
yeah, so it's literally not even 5 minutes, but yeah, it really close to his house. So you can wake up in the morning, have a nice breakfast and cheese toasty. Like their cheese toasties in Zanzibar, it's so nice. I don't know what they put in it, but it was like molten lava, and like the cheese and the texture of it, and the sauce they put into it. I don't know what sauce they put into it, but fantastic. And I had a cheese toasty, and me and you shared some fries as well. That was in the morning of the where we went to the castle. So we had breakfast at Zanzibar, and then we went to the castle. But like I've had about 3 or 4 cheese toasties, and it was just fucking great.
So what did you take away from your holiday? Cheese sandwich.
It's definitely top 5. It's definitely top 5. But I'm a simpleton, you know this. But like, it's just like, oh man, if I go to Prague again, that'll be the first thing I'll do. I won't even say hello until I've eaten a cheese sandwich. From that.
Wow!
I'll blank everyone until I get my cheese sandwich, my cheese toasty. I will, and I'll have a hot chocolate as well. Oh, fucking!
It's like really fascinating to see this, because we did take you to some very nice restaurants. I mean, Chaz, he knows where he's going to, and you always, like, especially the pizzeria, you just chose a margarita, and when we returned, he had another margarita. It's like, it's so fascinating to see how your sense of taste functions, if you catch my drift.
Yes, yeah, like maybe that's the autism me coming out, but like, I'm fixated on certain things. Margarita pizza, lovely margarita pizza. And of course, like you took me to sushi restaurants as well. The sushi was nice as well. I've never had sushi before. Sushi,
Yeah, how can you
sushi.
not have had sushi before? Wow, that was also like fascinating. Your entire taste buds must have had so many experiences on that trip.
Yeah, I was a bit overwhelmed. That's the only part of it. Like I tried so many different things. It was crazy. I had sushi, salmon sushi at that cool restaurant. I don't know what it's called, but like that, the one with the conveyor belt. That really cool conveyor belt system.
Yeah, the running sushi.
Yeah, the running sushi restaurant place. That was a really nice restaurant. We had sushi and soy sauce and rice and all sorts of different things. It was great. It was a nice experience, and I remember that one lone muffin that did like 7 or 8 different cycles around the conveyor belt. Nobody picked it up. It was quite sad.
What if you were that muffin? What if you were that muffin? How would you feel?
Terrible,
If nobody wanted you.
Left on the shelf, yeah. That's the metaphor I was going for. That poor little muffin that was just like cycling the conveyor belt. It's quite a long conveyor belt as well, and it was on there for a good it takes about like 3 minutes for it to do a full cycle, something like that. And
it takes forever.
Yeah, and like it did about 7 or 8 laps easy. That little muffin, and I think it got eaten eventually. I don't know whether I had it. I had a couple of muffins, but I don't know whether I had that muffin specifically. But you know what I mean. But, that was a nice restaurant. It was. So what would you say is your favourite food when you go to Prague? Are you like me? I pick your favourites, or do you have a bit of everything?
Well, that's a good question, actually. We have quite the variety in Prague. I mean, like I said, Chaz, he's just so knowledgeable in good taste. I like sushi. It's always a nice experience to have. The thing with the running sushi is that you can't just stuff yourself. It's an all you can eat, so you prepare your entire day to just eat sushi, and then you don't want Asian food for the next week or so. But outside of that, there's like plenty of good spaces to visit. I couldn't point one out that's my favorite, actually.
But food was definitely one of the highlights of the trip for me. It was because I tried so many different things. I went to see so many different places. It's quite overwhelming, and but like I think it did me a lot of good, like trying so many different things all at once and be like speed running it all, I suppose. Like we also
That's the important part.
Yeah.
We just hope you had fun.
We did. I did. It was great. It was fantastic. Apart from the bridge incident, that I didn't enjoy that. Don't want to do that ever again.
Worth it.
Willing to break the friendship, just for a bit of laugh, like that kind of thing. Oh.
I'm a good person, I swear.
I'm a good person, I swear. Oh man. That was the when we went to that restaurant, the sushi restaurant with the conveyor belt. That was the day we also went to watch a film as well. It was we watched Weapons, that thriller film. I don't usually watch horror thriller films that often because I tend to get quite nervous. It was quite a good film actually, but I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say everything landed about it properly. Some things it didn't do. Like it was trying to go for a specific kind of feel, I suppose. I don't think everything landed properly. What did you think of it? Like, did you thought it was a good film, or?
I quite enjoyed like the trash aspects of it. Like sure, it had some holes, especially in the first half. It was had a slow pickup. It was like you didn't exactly know where it's going. But considering it went absolutely bonkers in the second half, like with a lot of just trash elements and over the top, that I really enjoyed that. That's my kind of movie in that regard.
It was. I thought it was a really good film. It was shot really well, and like the cinematography was fantastic, and it was had a really interesting plot line. But I think like there's a few things that didn't like quite work. Like you had that. I thought that floating machine gun in the sky was a bit like broke the illusion a little bit.
Yeah,
I,
that didn't make any sense.
No, for me it looked like it. I've read other reviews about it. I think it's supposed to be like an allegory, like for like school shootings and stuff. I understand it now, but at the time, it didn't. It felt like really out of place to me. It felt like, why have you put that there? It seems like, I think like when that appeared in the sky. We were watching it in the cinema, and like I think a lot of people, like I certainly laughed at it. Like what the fuck? I laughed at it. Like I don't think that was I don't think that was what they were going for. It just felt like why is there a floating machine gun in the sky with like a timer next to it? It's like, what the fuck are you going with that? I just didn't understand it. If they'd cut that bit out, it still would have been a lot better. But it was quite a creepy film. It's like you got like with the children disappearing and like you got these different interlocking stories. But it was a good film. I do recommend people watching it. There's plenty enough in there, even if it not everything like gels properly together. But it was a really interesting film if you're into your thrillers. I thought it was a good film. Despite its
It
faults,
doesn't take itself. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's like, sure, it goes for the horror aspect in the first part, but then it's just being somewhat goofy and funny, and that's just good, easy, fun to watch.
Yeah, I
Really.
thought it was a good film to watch, and I'd like definitely recommend people watching it. That was a good interesting thing to do as well. What else did we do? What else? I'm just going through my notes and stuff. We also walked around a lot of places. There's loads of like weird oddities and curiosities. Like there's that TV tower with the babies on it. Like that was a weird thing. that stuck in my mind.
So the thing is, Prague has like this one famous artist. God forbid, I can't remember the name. Who did the babies on the TV tower, and he's like the only one that's getting like contracts like this. He has several big artworks across the city because they just always, go for them.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Is it David Cherney or something? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to like look it up. I know the name of once I think of it. Like I'll put a link to it in the description. But yeah, Chaz was talking about it to me the other day. About like he's quite this famous like Prague artist, and he's done all sorts of these civic projects, and his baby TV tower thing is one of his more famous ones he's done. So it's just really bizarre, and like looking up at that tower is like, oh god. Again, it's like I get the same feelings when I also get the same feeling. Like when I get like vertigo. It's not. I don't know what it's called, vertigo, but it's like when you like look down, like you're afraid of heights. It's also the similar sort of effect if I look at tall buildings as well. That's a really really tall building. That TV tower was. Oh god, I felt my legs starting to wobble about, but yeah, that was an interesting one. But it was great fun overall. Like, what would you say is your most favourite part of that Prague trip? What would you say? What would you say is like one of the restaurants or what have you?
I have to call for Bangin Church. I'm sorry.
Bangin Church, right? That's your most favourite bit, was it?
I'm just saying this lives rent free in my head. for the rest of my life.
Oh, dearie me. And what would I say is my most favourite part of the Prague trip? That's really, really difficult. Like, I'd have to do like a top 5 or something. Not in any particular order. I've got like Zanzibar cheese toasties, that's on there. The Bangin Church, that's got to be on there somewhere. The museum, the special museum, that's got to be on there, I think. The Synthia side quest, that's probably one of my favourites. And what else? Not having a McDonald's as well, which is good. I think I've done really well on that one. I didn't cave in. Didn't have a McDonald's, like, because you can't escape that fucking restaurant, even if you go really far into Europe. There's one everywhere.
I believe that if you go on trips, you just always end up in a situation where you have to go McDonald's because you everything else is closed. You just eat quick food, and then it's just you don't want to, but you end up in there. It just happens. I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, sometimes you just want like an egg McMuffin or something. Sometimes that's the only thing that will do. But like, I wanted to try and do my best to not actually like give in and have a McDonald's. And like, I did really well. I didn't have a McDonald's the entire trip, which I'm really pleased about. Because like, it's sort of like, for me, it feels kind of like admitting defeat in a way. Like, if you've gone all the way to Europe to see all these lovely places and nice restaurants, then why the hell are you having a McDonald's for? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I managed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the McDonald's is there if you are so inclined. But I didn't feel like having a burger or anything. I'd rather like. But Chaz was really, really good at showing me all the different places to eat and all the different restaurants, and like it was just wonderful to go there and meet you both and do all those really, really cool things, and hopefully we'll get the chance to do that again in the future. So we'll see what happens, basically. So I was there for a week, and then like on the Thursday before the weekend before Galacon, I flew over to Germany, flew over to Munich, and then that's where I went to my other friend's house, J-Dash. I stayed at his for the that weekend and the following week, like I did last year, and like just for Galacon weekend, and we he drove us down there. You drove down there as well, didn't you? Like with you and Chaz went, like you drove as well separately to us.
Yeah, we had a little road trip on which we ironically ended up doing McDonald's because there was nothing else. I think it was like 4 hours drive, maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5 hours. Oh, crikey, 5 hours. Did you have to? Did you hopefully like stopped a few times just to refresh yourself after all? That's quite heavy going.
Like I said, we had a little bit of food at McDonald's. I actually drove on the way back. I was alone since Chaz had to separate from us.
Yes.
I drove that in one bit. I just didn't feel like it.
Oh, you did that in one go, crikey. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later on. So we all drove down to Weiblingen and to Galacon. What did you think of it? Like that was your first pony convention, wasn't it? Well, you've been to conventions before, but that was your first pony convention. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Hopefully you did.
Yes, it was like my second convention. My first one was early this year at NFC, which is a furry convention, but that's a whole different vibe, I would say. I'm not going to get into much detail here. But like Galacon was like a perfect experience almost, like from the size to the people to the vending area like it had a good vibe. I like the people just being more approachable, because the problem that you often have at furry conventions, I feel, is that if you don't have your friends groups, you're just kind of isolated, because like everyone, of course, this is the one opportunity every year where you can meet up with your friends that you don't see all year. So of course you have like this group dynamic, but I didn't feel that much at Galacon. It felt like it was like possible to just approach everyone and have a chat without any, interrupting group dynamics in that sense.
Right, gotcha. You're definitely right on the on the furry convention stuff. Like I'll bring up as a point. Like I went to Confuzzled in April or May or something earlier this year, and I've never been to one of those conventions before. Like I went there on my own because I didn't really. I think the issue I had was while I did have a good time. Like initially I struggled to approach people because I wasn't really a part of any clique or anything like that. I didn't really know anybody there apart from like my friend who was vending there at Red Pallet. So basically, I was sort of like wandering around aimlessly for like probably the first day or so, like not sure what to do or how to approach things. I don't know whether I'll go next year. Maybe if I go with somebody I know, I'll have a better time. But I don't know whether I'll go next year. But I'm glad I did for the experience. But compared to PonyCons, I think like PonyCons are a lot more laid. Well, Galacon is definitely more laid back and stuff like that. And it was again, as you were saying, it was. People are more approachable and everything seems a bit more like slower paced and more friendly and but like furry conventions can be quite full on, really really full on, and like if you're not really used to it, it can be quite an overwhelming thing to get to grips with, I suppose. But maybe like if I like, for example, like if I go with you or Chaz, like maybe like in one of the ones in Europe, maybe we'll see. Hopefully, maybe hopefully we get something together.
Yeah, absolutely. I would quite enjoy taking you to a convention. Also having the situation of being once again in a group.
Yes.
Yeah, we will see about that. That's definitely a future project.
Yeah, that's definitely the one we'll try and like sort something out. But yeah, like that's definitely an idea. Maybe we can try and put into motion. But yeah, like I would say as a bit of advice, like if you've never been to one of the especially on the furry conventions before, maybe try and go with a friend that you'll have a better time with it instead of like going on your own like I did. It's a bit kind of like isolating if you're quite like maybe not I'm certainly not extroverted, definitely. Like, I'm quite a shy person normally, but like once I'm only talkative and all that when I get to know people and like I know what they're like and things. So if you're quite that way inclined, it might be a bit difficult, a bit overwhelming. But it was a really nice convention. Don't get me wrong, it like loads of things to do. Once I found my rhythm, after like a day or so, things improved greatly. But like the first day or so was a bit difficult to get through. And I was thinking maybe like, why am I sort of wasting my time? Maybe I could be. I don't really know what I'm really doing, but again, I think that's quite common for people. If the convention scene, if you've never done it before, can be quite overwhelming. But Galacon's a really really nice one to go to, and UkPonyCon as well. But I'll talk about that a little bit in a bit, I think. So what would you say is the best part of Galacon? What did you enjoy the most? Was it the vendors or was it one of the panels you enjoyed? What did you enjoy most about it?
I have to admit that I had some of the best times at the vendors. We had like 2 or 3 people that we just chatted up there, like from the vendors, that we had the most pleasant chats with. Of course, I definitely overspent, but that's like part of the con experience, I would say.
Yes, definitely.
Lots of great stuff there, especially the plushies they have. They are all amazing. Pricey, but amazing. Like, come on, great. And then, yeah, it's like the people are friendly. The stickers are great.
Yeah, stickers
And
are
there's
great.
so much like there's also so much just out there things that you wouldn't usually get or like have your eye on. Like I bought this thing that's essentially just something that you put into your door frame, and it has like this pony in a maid dress on it that's saying "Welcome home." Like great, improves my quality of living.
Quality of life improved with that one sticker. Oh, fantastic! And you also bought that. You bought that Applejack. That Applejack with like the square head. Was it like kind of like a square-ish kind of head? If I remember, you bought that little Applejack.
Yes, it's an official plushie. She looks a bit maybe that she had got a frying pan on her head at some point. Who knows? It has the Hasbro tag on it and everything. It just looks a bit sad, but I had to adopt her. It was only €10 also. Like, come on.
You got to steal there. Like it was a bit sad looking and a bit lopsided, but like because of that, like it was endearing and like €10. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, when it comes to merch, yeah, there's loads of really cool stuff. I bought like loads of t-shirts. I bought several t-shirts, really nice ones, and I bought a silly one. Bought that. That one I'm talking about. That one that says like autism with that Twilight with the machine guns on it. It just says
God damn it!
I've got that bit. I'll take a photo of that. I'll have to I'll probably on the video version. I'll put a picture of it up for people watching it on YouTube.
I,
But,
I,
yeah,
I was I was thinking like, what idiot is going to buy that T-shirt? And like 20 minutes later, you have British High Shop. Hey, look what I got!
hey, look what I bought. Oh, it's just like, oh, it's so great, so great. But I don't know whether I don't think I'll probably wear that in public. But like, I've got it just to say I've got it. I've got the autism T-shirt, and
You should wear that in public. It's calling to you like the demon sword.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, and yeah, bought quite a few stickers. I've got quite a few stickers I'm going through at the moment. But like, I was talking to my friend Jay Dasher the other day, I sent him a few stickers last time on his Christmas card, like I usually do. But like he keeps saying like, well, don't send me any more stickers because they don't have any utility. Well, I get that, but I think like I think he's kind of missing the point on that front. Like stickers mainly, that it's the social aspect of it. I think they've got social capital, if that makes sense. Like, if you got like loads of friends and stuff, and like you want to send them something, like a sticker is a nice like gesture just to give someone, and like it's just something nice to receive, and like you can always like swap them with friends and things. That's what I really enjoy about stickers, and like I've got loads of them now. Like I've got like just like a box full of pony stickers, like of all sorts of different flavors, so I can like I can send them to people in like greetings cards and things, and like stick them onto things. It's just I'm totally behind stickers now, even though I've got far too many now.
It's also nice to just, have them all in a box, and sometimes you can just go through them, and it's a great memory. Like I'm having it in front of me right now, and I just open it. Let's pick a random one. It's like it's the most silliest of Trixie. Why just nice memory. It's nice to have like this little bit of reminiscing there.
Definitely.
And you can always put them in cards. You can always put them in public spaces when you feel like it. Lots of uses.
Again, vandal littering, technically doing that. Technically, even though you're not really, like I've done it a couple of times, but like there's like this lamppost behind behind at Confuzzle. There's like this. What's the name of the fucking hotel? I'll have to find out where it is, but the hotel where Confuzzled was hosted, there's like a little walkway behind the hotel where you can like walk across to like the restaurant complex and what have you, and there's like a lamppost on the wall that's just plastered with stickers, pony stickers, furry stickers, you name it. It's a really tall lamppost as well. It's completely plastered with stickers, and people just keep adding to it all the time. It's pretty crazy, but like it's kind of like. I can see why people call it littering, but again, it's kind of like art. It's art as well. Like you don't want to interfere with it. It's like people keep adding to it over the years. It's quite a nice thing to see.
And in that case, it's also part of the convention experience. I mean, you have your stickers, you put them, and we like early this month, me and Chaz returned to Malmö. To the place where NFC happened, and we checked the hotel area, and they apparently just have the entire area scrubbed clean of stickers because there were also a lot, right?
Yes.
And then it's like, well, next February when NFC happens, it's just going to repeat, and that's also, kind of beautiful if you think about it. Just this culture and tradition.
It totally is. It totally is. But like that's why like I will get some of those, like I'll get some stupid silly stickers made up, but I'm just concerned about what buildings you're going to desecrate with them, and then like people are going to like link it back to me, and then I'll get in trouble for it. Mate, unlikely, but it's possible. Especially since I'm talking about it on a podcast, it's public now, basically. When I get around to editing it. Dum da 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 dum.
Oh, you got a license for that.
You got a license for that, mate. Yeah, I get it. On
obligatory British people joke. It had to come.
It had to. You got to mock the British person like at least once, otherwise you're not doing it correctly. Not doing the podcast.
My quota is fulfilled. I can go home now. Thank you very much.
Good day. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. Fucking hell. But yeah. Spending time with the buying loads of merchandise and talking to the vendors. We all three of us talked to Cosmic Keyframe. She's a really lovely person. That was the person that we bought the artist. We bought the what she called them, the art boxes things. I can't remember what she called them, but like we've all commissioned one each.
Like a frame, like a collage, with like depth. They have a name, but I also don't know it.
I can't remember what it's called either, but like we've each commissioned one, but like I think she had unfortunately had like mishaps with her box making machine, so we're basically having to, they're on back order at the moment. But like she was a really nice person to talk to. I spoke to her for a good like 10-15 minutes while the charity auction was on, and just having a chat about like does she go to regular conventions. It was just a really nice experience just talking to someone like, and finding more about the convention and like how like other people like it's completely different like when you're vending at a con. Like I helped Red Palette like at MegaCon earlier this year back in March. Like I was her helper, her booth bitch. As she, I got the official badge. I haven't shown you the booth bitch badge, have I? I have to show you that. She had like a special badge just for me, in the shape of like a rat that says booth bitch on it, and like that's to show I'm her helper. And I treasure that. It's not like a shitty little like she could have just printed something off and like laminated it and called it a day. She didn't do that. It's an actual fully nice resin badge in the shape of a rat with booth bitch on it, and like, I've still got it to this day and I treasure it. And she asked me to help out over that weekend, like to help her vend and stuff, sell like the where she had like the stickers and various bits and pieces, and like that was a really interesting experience. And like I've never vended at a con before, and like I'm glad like comparing it, like vending at a con is completely different to actually just visiting a con, because you got to like keep an eye on everything, and like it's nice to see it from both sides and having a nice fresh perspective on things. But like it's just awesome. And hopefully I'll see her again at MCM in Birmingham. Fingers crossed. That's the last and final convention I'm going to this year anyway, and then we'll see for what happens in 2026. But anyway, I'm going off topic here. But yes, so what did you think about Did you go to any panels? What did you think of the panels? Or any particular favourites that stand out for you?
Yes, I don't think we have been at the most panels that we could have done. We definitely missed some good ones. Especially the voice actor one, like just the Q&A, that was quite interesting.
Yes.
To just get some perspectives on the show and the production and the little quirks that happens. That was very interesting.
Was that the panel where like Big Jim Miller was like, is he one of the directors of Friendship is Magic? He talked about like directing the show. I think that was really interesting, and like getting perspectives of like the people who actually made the show, and like because they're not under NDAs anymore, they can freely talk about like some of the challenges they had to overcome, and that it was really, really interesting. And another good one was that we also went to that Fallout Equestria one with the animation. That was a cool one. They're working on like a Fallout Equestria animation. That's good. Hopefully, if they pull that off, that'll be a really interesting one. We saw some trailers and like early animation of one of the first episodes, I think it was. That was a really interesting one to go to as well. It was good fun.
It was really funny how they had to cut out the violence from the short.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah, of course they did, because like because it is a family-friendly con after all. But I don't think there was any kids in that room anyway. They could have gone away with.
No.
So with no kids in that room, they could have like played it as it was. I think they're just being a bit overly cautious, maybe, or maybe. Because of the VOD, maybe they didn't want to risk it, like young kids watching it. Maybe that's probably the reason why. But I can understand what they could have like played it at the convention. Maybe there's no one in there. I don't think there was any kids there, to be honest, at that Galacon. I couldn't see any. Unless there might be maybe one or two.
Unless it was a psyop. This was all a scheme so that you get excited for the video and you watch it at home just to see the violence.
That's possible as well. That's possibly true as well. That's a good point, maybe. But I think it's probably just more being, the show staff being a bit overly cautious, I think.
Yeah.
Really. But fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, it was. Galacon was fantastic. But so I think you mentioned it already a little bit, but like, how would you say it compares to other conventions you've been to personally? Are the vibes different, or is it similar in how the way they run, or how it feels, or is it completely different to some of the other conventions you've been to?
I felt quite at home. I had some issues beforehand actually, where I was feeling like maybe I don't really belong, or like what are my people in that sense. Especially since the FurryCon, like NFC earlier this year, it was more like it was nice, it was a nice experience, but it didn't really feel at home there. We also had like we had a day trip to Copenhagen. We went to the city, so oftentimes we just haven't been at the venue doing con things essentially. But at
Hmm.
GalaCon, it was like uh, I feel comfortable here. I like the people here. I like what happens. Uh, this is just my people. I want to be here. I feel welcome here. Uh, it's great, you know. Just this feeling of belonging that's very strong. That gave me a lot of confidence in the end.
I'm really thrilled that you did, because as I say, like, I was a little bit concerned, not whether you enjoy it or not, because like based on like the previous cons you've been to, but I'm really thrilled that you enjoyed it, and like you settled in really quickly, and you got to. You got to talk to a lot of people, and like everybody was friendly, and you had a good time, like talking to the vendors and watching the panels, which is great. So which is fantastic. And again, it was just a shame that, of course, as you were saying earlier, like on Sunday, Chaz, of course, with his previous job at the time, he had to shoot off like before the con finished, unfortunately. So he had to shoot off to his a conference. Was it in Berlin? Was it? I can't remember
Yes, it
now.
was like I think the radio conference in Berlin, and the
Right,
the,
yeah.
the bad thing was they canceled his flight, so
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, I remember that now.
had to rush him to the train station so he could get like the only train that was still getting him there in time. It's like somehow, um, I think I lost like 2 or 3 hours of the con there. Sadly, some panels that I would have really wanted to go to. Yeah, I wanted to go to the history and memes panel, like just to get more,
Ah.
of the context, just to feel myself more with the con. It's a bit of a shame, but it had to happen. Well, maybe next year. That's a thing for next year. And I returned in the middle of the auction at the end of it.
Yeah, so well, like it was. I was on the Sunday, wasn't it? And like, which is a shame. But even if you were there, it is quite difficult to take. Like, you won't be able to do absolutely everything that you wanted to do anyway. Which is, it's you're gonna get like crossover with certain events. Like, oh, I want to do that one and that one, but they're at the same time. But you can,
Of course.
if you. But at least with GalaCon, like with the main one, the main hall, you can rewatch everything that happened in the main hall for both days, which is really good. They record everything that happens. So if that panel was in the main hall, you can just watch it back on YouTube, which is really awesome. I'm glad they do that. UkPonyCon doesn't do that, unfortunately. So again, you can only watch stuff back that maybe if someone else there was happened to be recording it at the time. But like GalaCon, they've got cameras at the back of the room, and they record it, they stream it, and like you can watch all the main shows at least, which is really cool. They didn't record the small ones, unfortunately, which is really annoying. I wanted to watch that OC panel. I missed half of it because I had to like jump out to watch the auction they had in the main hall for that, for Celestia and Luna plushies. I didn't get
Yeah,
either of them.
yeah.
I'm really annoyed, but like, I lost half an hour on the OC panels because I had to check my ticket basically. But it's one of those things. But again, hopefully next year with better planning and like if we free up our timetables better, we won't have to shoot off like you and Chaz had to do like on Sunday. But at least me and yourself, we managed to get into the end of day photograph, the massive photograph. That was really cool and awesome. We were on the bottom.
First row, actually.
So we're both on the bottom left, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And so if you can find us if you want, we're both again. Synth is like towering above me with her boots on. So I'm short ass. So, but yeah, we're both at the front of the convention. It was great fun. What would I say is my most favourite part about it? It's just like I think. Ooh, that's really really difficult. I think it's just like this time. I think it was a little bit better than last year because I simply because like I was more familiar with my surroundings and like I sort of like had a better idea of what to do next and where to find things. So it's just a case of like getting the first time experience and then building upon it for future visits. I think that's fair to say. Like if you've never been to a convention before, I would definitely recommend saying like do at least one just to so you know. You might not like it, but you might like it. So you'll never know unless you actually go there for the first time. But even better, try and go with a friend. So if you're not sure, if you've never been to a convention, you're not sure if you'll enjoy it or not, like go with a friend and see what happens. It's like you'll only know if you actually try it for the first time. And like since Synth has tried it for herself for the first time, she's really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad she did enjoy it, and she's wants to go next year, which is fantastic, and we'll try and make it happen and talk about it then as well, which is great.
I mean, in that regard, there's one more thing I want to mention. Especially when it comes to like doing first things and just experiencing a convention. On the first day, when like at the evening they had the concerts going on, that was actually the first time in my very life that I danced. And they had like this song. How does it go? Like this MARE, that's your mayor song. And I danced to that with Chaz.
I think that they recorded that as well. I'll have to put a link to the time code, but I'll put a link to that. That was in the main hall. They recorded that.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah,
and I always had like this metaphor for myself going on that like I want to dance in my life in the sense of I want to live my life, I want to enjoy my life, and like this dancing just coded into that, and I was doing it. It felt natural. I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out. But in the positive sense, yeah, it was beautiful. It's eye opening. It's fascinating. It's those are the kind of things that give you hope, right? Like just this being yourself, feeling welcome, feeling to belong somewhere, and that all culminated in that dancing there.
I think that was the only time that you and Chaz were not bickering. You were hugging and like dancing with each other. It was adorable. It was like, oh.
What do you mean? We hug plenty.
Or maybe I just wasn't present to witness it. That's probably why. But it was fantastic, and like I wish I kind of watched a bit more of the music. I didn't really go to any of the music, concerts last year because I think it was a bit too overwhelming for me. But this time I saw a little bit this time, but I definitely want to do more next year. But it was just wonderful, and seeing you content with the world. I think it was like just in the moment, just dancing and having a great time. It was wonderful, and everybody like was just like having a really good time and like sing along to the lyrics and like just being silly ponies. I think. Which is great. It was Galacon is a wonderful one to go to if you can get over there. Definitely get over there if you can. Or even better, go over there with your friend if you can. But it was a wonderful experience really. That little weekend in Waiblingen is really nice as well. The hotel was quite nice as well. We had some shenanigans at the garden as well. We all sort telling jokes and all sorts of things, and it was just wonderful. It was just a bit annoying, mate, because our hotel, like, you couldn't walk to it. You had to like take the car for 10 minutes, which is a little bit annoying, but not too bad. We'll just have to see what happens next year. Really, hopefully we'll be able to pull things together and actually do it again next year, which is great. We'll see what happens, as it were. We'll just love to, if either you and Chaz tolerate me, Synth, we'll try and organise other get-togethers.
Anytime.
It was great. It was just wonderful. The whole nice weekend. And the Sunday where like Chaz, of course, unfortunately Chaz had to go as we've said, but like it was just another nice moment just to spend with you, like just having a conversation, talking about art and all sorts of things and talking about like how things are, and like it was just nice just to catch up for a couple of hours. It was great.
I think before we talk about this, we still have to mention another food-related incident.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But did you want to introduce it?
Okay, so it was like Saturday evening after the concert. We're going for late night Italian dinner, and we happened with another friend, like just four of us in that sense. The dinner was great. Very good restaurant, but then we came to the dessert. British I had doubts about what a crème brûlée is, or rather had no idea what a crème brûlée is.
I couldn't even pronounce it. I thought it was crème brûlée or something. I didn't know what the hell it was.
That was the first horror there. So we force British I to get a crème brûlée. Right, and then they just put this plate in front of him. He stares in fascination as the plate is being set aflame. We took a picture of that.
It's on fire, Synth. What do you want me to do?
Pure fascination.
And you, Chaz, and our friend Copper was there. All four of us were there. You three were just staring at me, like going. I just didn't know what to do. It was just like, it's on fire. I was like staring at it for a good 15 seconds. Like, what the fuck? Do I blow it out? Do I put the spoon in? Do I like drink it? What do I do? And you were just like in hysterics at me. You're just like, what the fuck do I do?
We just wanted to see how you figured that out.
Just like, I was like, because I don't know. I thought like my spoon was going to ignite or something if I dipped it in, so I didn't do it for a good 15 seconds. It's like a spongy dessert with like cream or on it or something, and it's like they set fire to it, and like it was quite a big one as well. It's just like, what the fuck do I do with it? It was gorgeous. I've never had it before, but like it was just the first like 15-20 seconds was just like, what the hell how do I approach this? It was like a puzzle.
Why is there open fire in my food?
It's just like, it was a bit of a shock, put it that way. It's just like, what? Like, I've never had that before. Will I ever? I'd love to have another one, but like, it's just like that was a moment. That was a moment for the ages. Definitely one of your favourite moments. Like, again, an opportunity to laugh at the poor British.
Absolutely, yes.
Was that do you rate that moment higher than Bangin Church? That moment, or about the same? Or
I mean, Bangin Church is an all-time classic. British High Crème Brûlée is a close second, I would say.
Right. Okay. Right. That's fair. But God, good Lord. Oh man. But yeah, that was an interesting evening as well. It's just like, what the fuck's man? What the fuck's going on, man? Oh God. But yeah, that was on the Saturday evening after after Saturday Galacon, and we all went out for Italian. It was a nice meal, and I had what did I have? I can't remember what I had. Did I have a pizza again? I can't remember.
I think we all had pasta or a variation of pasta.
Oh, it was
pretty sure.
What's that nice cheese? What was it? Oh man, it was something. It was nice cheese. It was like balls of cheese on pasta or something. I can't remember what it was called. I have to ask Chaz what it is. It was lovely. I never had it before. It was quite apparently it sounded really fancy to me, but apparently it's quite a basic pasta dish. And like I was there going, I've never had it before.
Of course not. Of course
and you and Chaz were just going like, you urchin, like that kind of like, you've never had pasta before.
I mean, it's a transition.
Both been really snobby and mean.
It's a transition from going to, what was it, spaghetti hoops or something, to like normal pasta.
Don't you dare besmirch the reputation of spaghetti hoops, don't you dare.
I will not consider that a food. That's not real.
It fucking is real. Spaghetti hoops is great if you've got a hangover. It's great on toast. If you've got a hangover, you just want something like that won't upset your stomach. It's great. Spaghetti hoops is a British classic, and to us, it's not a classic to anybody else. It's an abomination to everybody else, but to British people, such as myself, it's great. But it's not whatever that nice pasta dish was. It's not even it's not in the same league. I'm not going to say that, never. But it was. But yeah. If you ever come over to Britain, probably don't bother. It's not a very nice place. But if you have to, I will give you spaghetti hoops. You know.
Bring me a can, please do.
I'll bring you a can of it. Yeah, it's not. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not unpleasant. It's just hoops in spaghetti hoops in tomato sauce, like baked beans. That's all it is.
I will eat it. I will eat it. I will judge you, and I will reevaluate our friendship depending on how it tastes.
That's harsh. What, you boot me out your circle of friends? You boot me out your server as well? If things go that badly,
might happen.
It might happen. Fuck off. Oh dearie me. Oh, but that was another classic moment. That was another classic moment. But it was just the whole trip was just so wonderful, full of moments like that. But those two were the two moments: the Bangin Church and the creme brulee. That's how you pronounce it. Moment is just one of those things that will stick with me and you. I think for the rest of your life. I think when you have a creme brulee, you always think of me. You think of me like struggling with it. That you'll always remember me forever because of that.
I am now damaged.
Right. Oh God. Oh dearie me. But yeah, that was Galacon. What was there anything else that you wanted to bring up about Galacon?
I think Galacon is pretty much done for. Nothing I have to add.
That was the main crux of it, really. It was just a great time to hang out with you and all that, which is fantastic. And hopefully we get to do it again next year. I'm pretty sure we will in some capacity.
Whoa! Hyped as fuck.
I'm hyped. And this time, maybe we'll do. Well, hopefully we'll do like a road trip this time. If you haven't moved in the interim, we'll see. Hopefully we'll do a road trip. That would be pretty cool to hang out and have a big road trip and bicker over for 4 hours.
Ooh, and you can't leave.
No, I can't leave, but I'll take my chances, I suppose. What else? But so once Galacon was finished, that was everything. I went back with J Dash in his car, drove back to his house for 2 hours. 2 hour trip to his house, drove back to his house, and stayed at his house for the following, Monday to Friday. I left on Friday, flew out back to Birmingham on Friday morning. I was ill that week. I'm really pissed off about it. I got really ill the following, I don't know what it was. It might have been COVID. I don't know, but I didn't have any means to test. But I was quite unwell. I couldn't really do much. I stayed on the sofa and just watched videos of J Dash, because he's got his computer in the living room at the moment.
I mean, that's a thing with going on holidays. You either get sick beforehand or afterwards. You have been exposed yourself to so much bacteria and viruses in like 2 countries, with so many people from so many places. It had to happen. Yeah,
it had to happen. But yeah, I'm still annoyed about it. But then again, at least it was after Galacon when I've done everything. Basically, the extra 5 days was just me just to chill. But I was chilling in like a really bad mood, basically, and I was just ill, coughing all the time, and just scoffing Toffifees. I don't know whether you've seen them before. Toffifees.
Yes, I'm aware.
I fucking love those toffee. I can eat a whole tray to myself. I fucking love them. They've got the limited. I'm going on a side topic again, but they've currently got the limited edition white chocolate ones. Those are even better.
Good. They're so good.
They're so fucking good. The white chocolate ones are so amazing. I love them. I eat a whole tray. I'm the only one who buys them. I go up the high street. I bought like about 5 boxes last week, and I bought another. Every single day I buy a tray when I go to work. I have a jacket potato and a tray of Toffifees in white chocolate. Oh, fuck me. It's just like, I'm never going to lose weight with all these fucking things, but I love them.
Well,
if you buy,
they don't have it all year round.
No, they don't. But they're limited edition, so I don't know whether they'll ever bring them back again, or maybe it's just a Christmassy thing. If it's a Christmassy thing, I can live with that, because I'll just buy all of the boxes at Christmas and store them. As I'll probably do, actually, once I've done this podcast. I'll go on Amazon, buy a load of boxes, keep them in storage, so I've got a supply all year round.
You.
So that's what I'm happy to do. but but yeah, if you're struggling to buy me something for Christmas, just buy me a tray of that. That's great. I'm happy with that.
Noted.
That's me content. Yes, or several trays of that. That's great. And of course, I had Fanta as well. Fanta's great. Like that's the classic German drink. I like Fanta as well. That's just that's what I drank over the week I was ill. I couldn't find any Lucozade. I just had Fanta. That was the next best thing. Like a nice sugary drink just to give me energy. So I just drank loads of Fanta that week. And had loads of Toffifees. just to brighten my mood. But yeah, I'm glad like J-Dash put up with me because I was quite ill, and I think he got ill. I gave him the illness like once I left. I think so. I couldn't do anything. I was staying at his house, and like I couldn't do anything. I was just ill that week. I couldn't do. I'm sorry if you're listening.
This is so sad. F in chat for British Eye.
F in chat, yeah. But yeah. But that was my Galacon trip. It was wonderful. Apart from like a few snags, like I got getting ill on the last week, but that was a bit. Yeah, it happens. But like the convention itself was wonderful, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a pony fan and you've never been to a con before, go to Galacon if you can. It's definitely one of the best pony cons still running at the moment. Talk about UkPonyCon as well, I think. But I can see a few questions in the serve. We'll probably address them. A few silly ones if we got time
just one interim. Do you still want to talk about like the time like after GalaCon, like the chat we had in the hotel?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, why not?
I think I interrupted you on that one earlier.
No, I don't know whether I'd. I don't think you did, or whether I don't know whether you wanted to talk about it, but it was interesting. We on the Sunday, of course, like Chaz had to go to his conference, and like basically like myself and Synthia on our own for that weekend, basically, and like we went back to the hotel, and like we had a chance to just hang out for a couple of hang out for that evening, and like before we both had to part ways on the following morning on the Monday. It was good fun. It was just talking about art and like having to. It was quite. I think on that Sunday, I don't know whether you probably noticed. It was I was quite overwhelmed. I had to like slow down for a little bit. Maybe went a bit quiet, perhaps. Maybe it was a case of like I managed. It just dawned on me like what I managed to do. I think. For the past 2 weeks, I managed to do so much in such a small amount of time.
That's good. That's good, and that's perfectly normal. And it's like it's amazing that you had such a great experience. That's the whole point of this operation.
but like, was it quite overwhelming for you the whole thing, or did you probably you did a lot better than I did, like taking everything in your stride as you usually do?
I think I just can hide it a bit better than you, maybe. But I definitely had my moments as well, where I was like upset or like overwhelmed, anxious, whatever. But yeah, it was manageable. It was like being able to turn that positive experience into something like good feelings. And yes, it's like it was intense, an intense weekend.
It was intense. Like, of course, you've also got like you had to drive for about 8 hours that week, like back and forth. Traveling there and traveling back, and like hopefully traveling back on your own wasn't too bad.
I survived it with the certified British Eye podcast.
you did listen to the podcast on the way back. No, you didn't.
I'm trying to make advertisement.
But thank you. But yeah, like it was. I had to get you on the show because like it was. I didn't want to like. I don't know. I thought it might like me just talking to myself for an hour and a half on my own into a microphone probably wouldn't be that compelling. I wanted like someone else to bounce off of, and you were like the perfect person to have on the show to talk because like I spent some time with you as well, like, and wanted to find out what your experiences were of the whole show, of the whole thing was, and it was great that you. Enjoyed it, and we had all of us had a great time together, and like had some laughs, and like You got to mock me more than a few occasions, of course, like laughing your ass off at my expense, which is I'm here. That's what I'm here for. You know,
Perpetually. Perpetually.
perpetually. Oh my goodness.
I mean, what can I say? You have a great sense of humor that I quite enjoy and vibe with. So it's like I got my value there.
Okay, you got your money's worth out of me. I'm pleased.
Absolutely.
I'm pleased to hear that. It was worth the plane, the train ticket, I should say. It was the cost of the train ticket and the Galacon ticket.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh dearie me. But yeah, I'm thrilled that you enjoyed it, and it was just fun to hang out with you both, and like a fantastic experience. And I definitely will be hanging out with you both again at some point. And you can't get rid of me now. It's too late. I've gone too far now in the friendship now.
Oh no.
That's the mistake, I think. Yeah. Oh yes. And apples. I eat apple. It's your fault. I eat apples now. It's crazy. You snuck an apple, and then I started eating apples now. I don't eat fruit. I have like an apple every day now. It's crazy. It's wild.
Hear it, people. I made British I eat fruit. Let that sink in.
Like I'm just putting it to context for listeners at home. Like I haven't eaten fruit in maybe 10, 15 years. You know, like I go great lengths to avoid it. But like since synth snuck like an apple, maybe eat it, and then like I started like enjoying the apple. Was it a red gala? Was it a red gala? I think it was. I can't remember.
I think so.
It was a red one anyway. It was a red one anyway. But then I went back home, flew back home, and I started like requesting apples for my auntie to bring them every time she does the weekly shop for us every Wednesday. She brings us some stuff, and I asked her, could you get me some Granny Smiths? And like when the Granny Smiths like arrived, my mum said, like, are you feeling okay? You've asked for some apples. You don't eat apples. She asked me, what happened? what the hell happened over there? You want apples all of a sudden? I just said, I don't know. I had an apple over there, and like I was nostalgic for apples, and like I start enjoying them, and like I have a Granny Smith every day now, which is crazy. Even sometimes even
you
two.
are such a good pony for me. Keep eating your apples.
Well, what can I say? That was a magic trick and a half. If you pulled that off, that's a fucking magic trick for the ages.
We call it Pavlovian conditioning.
Oh my dear goodness. But anyway, I think that's everything for Galacon and Prague. I think we've covered everything we wanted to cover on that. I think really. I'll talk about UkPonyCon for a bit. As I said, that was the most recent convention I've been to. Again, that's another really nice convention to go to. It was in Birmingham this time, which is it is Birmingham, but at least it was easy for me to get to this time. But again, it's a really nice convention. Probably more merchandise heavy this, I think, because everything was a bit more compacted. It was a really nice convention to go to, and I think I felt, since I went to it last year, I felt more comfortable this time, like talking to people and talking to vendors and things like that. Like it's all gaining the experiences, and I managed to meet Rebecca Shoyket. She was the voice actor for Twilight Sparkle's singing voice, and she's such a lovely lady. I went to the signing session. I had a signing session because I was a silver sponsor. I was trying to think of the word, silver sponsor ticket, and I had two as part of that silver sponsor perk thing. I got like a signed piece of art with her signature on it, and she's such a lovely person. And I got to talk to her, which is really good fun, and did all sorts of went to various panels and stuff, and it was really, really interesting. That's another really good one to go to if you can in UkPonyCon. Maybe if you're in the UK, Synth, we can go to that one maybe next year as well, but we'll have to see again if we can sort something out on that front. But that's another possibility on the calendar. But anyway, I think that's everything I want to say, really. We have got a few questions in your server. If you want me to read them out to you, some silly questions, Cynthia. If you want me, if you have for me to
My God,
talk about them.
Those people are not normal.
They're not normal, but they are well-meaning, not normal people. But I think we've got one from Pund. Pund says, "What's your favourite vegetable? Do you have a favourite vegetable?" That's quite a random question.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I definitely love tomatoes. I can always eat tomatoes. It's like the way you eat those white chocolate toffee. I can just grab a hunk of tomatoes and just snack on them for hours. I mean, not for hours because they will be gone. And sometimes they have like these buckets of like half a kilogram of small tomatoes, and I bring those to work, and I just great experience, great snack, 10 out of 10.
Tomatoes, yeah, they're quite a great all-rounder. No, but are they a vegetable though? But aren't they? I thought tomatoes were a fruit.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. They belong in the salads. They belong with vegetables.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm 80% sure they're a fruit, not a vegetable. If I want to be pedantic, and I will be pedantic. But yeah, tomatoes are really good. They work great on sandwiches. They're great on pizzas. Again, oh, what a surprise! The British likes pizzas. I have nothing but margarita. I'm very boring. But yeah, tomatoes are great.
Tomato mozzarella, awesome. Everything with tomatoes, like it's perfect for salads. Just put tomatoes everywhere. Come on, that's simple. Makes me happy.
I'll tell you what. Like, if you manage to get me to eat salad, that's your next magic trick. If you can do that as well, I'll be fucking gobsmacked. But I'm okay with salad actually. I don't mind them on like sandwiches and like Subway subs, like sandwiches. Nice with chicken tikka chicken and stuff like that. But like again, it's another one I tend to avoid. I'm quite like I don't like. Maybe it's something to do with like a texture thing. Like I avoid foods where like the texture's like really weird in my mouth, and maybe it's like a pathological thing. Maybe
I think that's definitely coming from the autism in your case.
Maybe not, but it could be linked. It could be linked, I suppose. On that front, but it's I always like I tell you the food I hate: broccoli. I hate broccoli. I hate it so much. It's the texture drives me insane. I can't articulate to you what I don't like about the texture, but I just touch it. It touches in my mouth, and
You have been influenced by cartoon propaganda, because every cartoon says broccoli is shit, but it's good.
Like, what cartoons? Like Tom and Jerry? You talking about? What cartoons specific? I don't think I'm quite clear enough about that. I hate them so much. I hate broccoli. I've hated them since I was a child, and I hate them now. Like 20 years later, I hate them so much. But my favourite vegetable, I like cauliflower. I quite like cauliflower. Again, it's kind of like it's adjacent enough to potatoes. So like,
isn't that essentially the same shit? Isn't broccoli and cauliflower? Isn't it like the same plant, or like the same breed of plant? Just spread in a different way.
I don't know, but cauliflower, I can tolerate cauliflower because it's not green and horrible. It's not. It's fine. You just overpower it with mint. Stuff you don't like on your Sunday dinner, just like put loads of mint sauce on it and overpower with it. That's what I do, just plough through it and have. But anyway, yeah, that's a great question. Like I can argue about that. That's just like unlocked. Like I went onto a rant for 5 minutes about fucking broccoli.
Well, congratulations.
Chaz has put a question in the server. Was it too long to experience the Chaz experience undiluted? Ooh. Okay, what does he mean by that? Was it too long to experience the Chaz experience? I don't know what he means by that. Did you know what he means by that?
Yes, he's asking whether or not it was like too intense for you to be around Chaz, because he is an intense person.
Right. I see. Right. I don't think you're an intense person. Well, I suppose you are in a way, but like you in a very, very well-meaning way. But like we talked about this earlier, where like on when we first met, of course, like you want to get up early, and like you took me like pretty much everywhere as much as you can, and like as little a time as possible. It was probably a little bit much for me to begin with, but again, I appreciate you doing it because like you took the time to out of your busy schedule to like chaperone me and show me as much as you possibly can, even though I found it a little bit difficult at times. But like now that I know what you like, and that you You wanted me to experience as much as possible. I enjoyed it so much. At the time, it was probably a bit difficult, but like looking back on it, I remember it all fondly. You showed me different things, did so many different things, and tried so many different foods, and made me comfortable. As did yourself, Synth, as well. Made me feel really comfortable and like felt welcome. That was the crucial thing, and it was great. I didn't think it found you in. You were intent. You're quite intense in some ways, but like in a very, very well-meaning kind of way, and you wear your emotions on your sleeve. I think that's a really fair way to put things. But was that mainly a question addressed to me? Was it, Synth, or did you want to answer
Yes,
that as
of
well?
course it was addressed to you, but it's like, what can I say? It's like, me and Chaz, we don't really do this, how would you call it, hanging out a lot when we have guests over. We definitely believe that we want to experience things, like show people things, do stuff, be out, and there's often not as much space for just slowing down. Like, we wouldn't do that if we just sit at home and, like, I don't know, play video games with someone, something like this. Not really happening. But that's just, our vibe. That's how also we spend our time together. We're out a lot. We're walking a lot. Yeah, and it can be a bit much for someone that's not used to it.
Yeah, like for someone like from a complete newbie for me, well, it was maybe quite a bit much, and like especially since I don't, I'm quite like a laid back person, and I don't really get out that often. But like I'm actually in the last few years, I've been making efforts to actually try new things. Like last year was the first time I went to Europe. I've never been to Europe before, and on my own as well. And my first convention, a whole bunch of firsts all at once. And like this trip this time round was like a whole bunch of firsts as well. First time to Prague, first time meeting you, Synth, meeting Chaz, first time having sushi, first time going to the castle, first time, a lot of firsts everywhere, even more intense than last year, I think. And like if you're not used to it, it can be quite intense. It can be quite difficult to deal with.
And I mean, we are very happy to have given you those first times, and hopefully in a good way, in a positive way that also pushes you forward and like makes you want more of those nice things.
I do. I definitely will be coming back and like trying more things with you guys and like doing all sorts of things. It's been fantastic. It's wonderful, and I'm not gonna lie, I did find it a bit overwhelming at times, like, especially like on the Sunday where like, I think like that was the first time I had a chance to slow down and consider everything I managed to do, and like I thought like my brain was like going into overdrive, like overstimulated. Definitely, I don't know whether you noticed that, but like it was just a nice opportunity just to wind down and like take stock of things and just talk about a lot of things, like what's on my mind and stuff, which is wonderful.
The thing is that if you move in a circle that has a lot of autistic people, ADHD people. I mean, I'm also autistic. I also have ADD. Chaz has ADHD. It's like you notice that a lot better when someone feels not up to it or like needs a break, and then you give those people a break. It's like someone needs a bit of comforting, so you comfort them. It's that simple, and then everyone feels better again. You can start over, like do something else, something new. Like also Copper, our friend that we went to Galacon with, they don't really deal well with loud noises. And at times it just, we had to go outside, sometimes with them, sometimes they went alone, and that's just, you need to deal with your disadvantage a little bit. And that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. It's important that you help the people out there when that happens.
So that reminds me, like, so as like a person, as an autistic person, like, would you recommend if you, for example, if a person has autism, like a listener at home, would you recommend they actually still go to a con? What sort of tips and advice would you give to a person who finds it difficult to cope in situations where there's lots of people and loads of crowds and things? Any particular advice would you give to that particular person?
So the great thing is you can always remove yourself from the situation if you're overstimulated. You don't have to sit through the opening ceremony if it's too loud, for example, or you don't have to stand at a crowd of people just to experience something. You will always miss something at a con, and it's okay to just sometimes, like they have a quiet room. Most cons have a quiet room. You go to the quiet room, or you take a walk in the city just to calm down, and just give it another shot. Don't give up. That's the sort of sense like there is something for everyone at the con. You just have to not give up and not surrender yourself. And the best thing is that Galacon had and a lot of other cons also do nowadays. They have these like emotional support teams that you can just approach if you need if you like it's really bad, if you need help finding yourself somehow. If you're overstimulated, you can just approach these people, and they are there specifically
Hmm.
to help you out and like get you back into the swing, and to prevent you from having a bad time, right? And that's such a great service. I recommend that. I actually want to do that in the future at some point. Um,
Hmm.
Use those services. Don't take it too hard. It's okay to fall flat on your face and just keep trying. That's the important thing to take
Yes.
away.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, and UkPonyCon also had that as well. Like they're basically like these like people you can just they they wear like these like high vis jackets like or whatever. They'll wear something just to let you know that they're a part of the staff, and you can approach them and you can just talk to them, like ask them for help, or if you're feeling a bit like overwhelmed, or you need or just need advice, or just want someone to talk to, they're there for you at these conventions. Which it's a really really great system that these conventions. Any con worth their salt will have these people on staff at hand to help you, and if you need help, you or a friend need help, you can always approach them at any time, which is great. But again, it's if you've never been to a convention before and you struggle with these kind of things, maybe like you find like things like overwhelming again, it's again like if you can, whenever you can, go with a friend, and so you've always got a friend to help you can help each other out, and you can approach the convention how you want. You can take it nice and slow. You don't have to like do everything all at once and go like overwhelm yourself. You can just like take it slow, go around the vendor hall for a bit, take things nice and slowly, like just walk into one of the panels and just sit down and see what's what, and like you can do things at your own pace. That's one of the best things I can advise to people with these kind of conventions, really, as I say. But like now I've done a couple myself. I'm nowhere near like having figured out how to deal with them myself, but I'm still learning myself and learning about myself the more I go to them. But like I'm definitely finding things a lot easier now. I've done more than one of these conventions. I've got a better idea of how they go and how to approach them and what to do, and like be more proactive and with my time there, basically. And I think like the more you do it, the easier it gets, and your comfort zone basically expands. I think that's the best phrase I can come up with. Oh, Hound says, "Can I ask Citizen?" Yes, you can. To ask Synthia. Oh, I've got to ask you to ask Synthia if she is a good girl. Is she a good girl? Yes or no?
I mean, if we talk about Hound, no, she's not. She's a terrible person. I don't give her good girl status. I want her to work for it. You know,
Right. So that's a no. I'm sorry, Hound. I did try.
that's a no from me.
Just trying to do my best to avoid all the lewdness in your server. It's a bit of a
Oh,
minefield, I
wow. That's the best part of it. That's what we're here for.
think. That's what we're here for. Oh, another question from Pund. They say, "Is there a new Focaccia man?" Am I pronouncing that right? Focaccia? Is that type of bread? Is
Focaccia.
it?
Yes. I mean, what context is there to say that there's foods out there and you don't know them and you should feel ashamed for it?
And you mock me all the time for it. It's not fair.
I
So
mean,
what is it basically? It's a type of flatbread, right? It's a type of
yes, it's a type of flatbread with like also a few tomatoes on it, a few spices. It's like you can compare it a little bit to a pizza, I would say, just without the sauce.
right.
It's just an Italian bread. It's like it's good as a side, as a main, whatever, as a snack. And there's just
Hmm.
this internal server meme going on, because there was like this focaccia place in Prague, and then it closed down, and we were all really sad about it. And the focaccia man, he was kind
Ah.
of close with Chaz. And now there is no more Focaccia man in Prague. And this is so sad.
Oh man. We'll have to make our own focaccia then. Am I pronouncing that? Am I pronouncing that right? Focaccia? Focaccia?
Focaccia. I
Focaccia?
don't know. I don't speak Italian.
Focaccia. Focaccia, right? Okay, I think we've got it right. But yeah, it's a type of flatbread. But like, I don't know whether they sell that in Birmingham. But I'm too frightened to look. I don't want to get stabbed. So that's probably partially why I don't try new foods. I'm too frightened to go into the city, I guess.
You just got to bring a longer knife.
I bring a longer knife, like a sword. They have all got knives. I've got like a sword, like Excalibur. I'm like, be gone.
You just got to outclass
that
them.
kind of thing. I have to learn how to riposte and block. I've got to like in Assassin's Creed or something. I've got to learn how to parry and stuff.
Bringing out your great grandfather's chain armor.
Oh, another question from Chaz again. How many waiters did we scare off during our gallivanting?
Plenty.
That's your answer. Watching you two bicker and like we're all just talking quite loud and like they're getting like looks from the waiters and stuff.
I mean, it starts from especially me entering because I always look queer, you know, with my boots and just I think I had my plushie out, my plushie out of my handbag, and it's like, yeah, that already gives people the first sign that this person is weird, right? So they act different.
But they calm down a bit after I think all three of us together. Like I think you two were just bickering and like people like calm down once you two were like just constantly just like throwing barbs at each other. It's just wild.
That's a love language.
You both said.
That's a love language.
I love language. Oh, is it really?
It is. I mean, if we were all lovey-birdy all the time, I think our relationship wouldn't work. Pretty sure it wouldn't.
Oh, there is one question, a really, really good one actually. Skylar's just posted in the server. What makes an LDR work? I assume what makes a long-distance relationship work? If you're so far apart, travel-wise, would cost more than a month's income. Is it even feasible to be in a healthy long-distance relationship in that scenario? I'm expanding upon a bit. So that's a good question, actually. What's your opinion on that?
Well, since I'm somewhat in a long-distance relationship, I think I have some things to say about this. In my situation, it's like I'm not that far from him. Chaz is it's like on a train line. To me, it's like a 3-hour train ride. Also, my work situation allows me to have like regularly 3-day weekends, which makes visiting like once or twice a month relatively cheap as well. So I'm definitely in a privileged situation here, like not across the continent, not across the world, as long distance relationships often are. And it's like, yeah, that's a difficult question. It can work definitely, but the will has to be there from both people to also eventually at some point, make the step and perhaps move together. Or at least, have the will to see each other as often as it's possible. And I can't imagine that's very easy to do. But I also don't want to give in-depth relationship advice to that because I don't think I'm qualified enough to talk about this.
I think they're making a point, of course, like with the income, like financially, it can be quite difficult to maintain a long distance relationship as well.
Yes,
in terms
absolutely.
of like traveling to see the other person quite regularly can be quite difficult if you don't have a decent income. Yeah, that's totally can be an issue. Like I think that the trick is like to just do what you can really, and again. It depends on the distance of the actual relationship you're talking about can also have a factor as well. If it's really, really long, then they can be quite difficult to maintain because you basically just have to maintain communication like 95% of the time, like over Discord or phone calls or text messages and things. But instead of like seeing the person like being with them all the time, but it can be quite difficult, and like a lot of relationships don't work after a certain amount of time because they find the distance is too great to overcome, basically. But I think it's a case of like doing your best and trying to with what you can do, and like whenever you make plans to get together with the other person that's quite far away from you, like maybe once or twice a year if you're lucky, you got to try and just make the most of it. And the financial aspect of it is quite difficult to overcome. But like as I say, it's a case of like do what you can, save what you can, and like save that money away for the travel expenditure you're going to be spending, would be it plane tickets, train tickets, or fuel for your car if you're going to drive over there. That sort of stuff. You're going to have to be prepared to make sacrifices on that front as well to try and make the relationship work, really. And Synth and Chaz, that their idea of an LDR is like they bicker all the time, and it seems to work for them just fine. So that's the
thing. We have the technology to compensate for distance, be it like just communication technology, from calling to video calls, whatever, to also the technology to actually be able to reach people with an airplane or train or whatever. Sure, you have some travel time always, but like if you think back a few decades ago, this would have been a lot more difficult already. And like, I definitely believe that long distance relationships can work, especially if you make, like you already said, you make the most out of the times you actually meet. And especially in those communities that just need special people, like queer communities, furry communities, whatever, you have a much harder time to like date into the general public. So you need special people, and sadly, the special people are often across the world. But if someone's really special to you, then why wouldn't it work? Like, just be realistic about it. I would say, not everything has to work, of course. And if it doesn't, then it's also fine if it doesn't. And if it does work, then come on, great, you have something beautiful going on, go for it.
Yeah, that's. I don't really have anything to add on to that point. Like, they've made some solid points then, I think. But that's a great question, Skylar. Thank you very much for that, indeed. Last one, I think. We've got one more question sneaking in, I think, but then we'll wrap this podcast up because we've been recording for just over 2 hours, which is fantastic. Another question from Pund. Favourite transit station in Prague? Do you have a favourite station?
Okay, that would be a question for Chaz, because that's his autism. He can tell you every station, the history of it, the specialties of it, where it connects, when the trains go. And the thing is, since Chaz is so knowledgeable on that, usually when we're together, I just let him take the lead, and I follow him along like a zombie of sorts. I just don't really pay that much attention.
Yeah.
So I can't make a comment on what's my favorite transit station in Prague. Sadly, there's plenty of beautiful ones. Don't get me wrong. But I couldn't point one out right now.
I can't think of the names of them, but I like the one that's closest to Zanzibar. I like that one. Whatever that one's called.
That's not Namyestimiru. It's
yes, that's
beautiful.
My favourite.
Yes, it's one of the deepest, actually. I think, if I remember correctly.
And is that the one with like the absolutely massive escalator, the tallest in Europe or something?
Yes,
that one is huge. It's stupid little. Like, it's just, oh man, how big is it? It's probably like 1,000 feet. It's ridiculously tall. I could be getting that completely wrong, but it feels like 1,000 feet plus. It takes like about 3 minutes to get from the bottom to the top. It's crazy, but yeah, that's my favourite one. It's the one that's closest to Zanzibar, the lovely little bistro, and I'm salivating at the mouth to get another cheese toasty from there, and I want one right now. That'll be the first thing I'll do when I go back to Prague. I won't even say hello. I'll just go straight to Zanzibar, and I won't talk to anyone until I've had my cheese toasty. That's how I'll be.
Well, we know where to meet you then.
you know where to find me. I'll be in Zanzibar, like in the corner, eating a cheese toasty and a chocolate and a bowl of fries to myself.
Well, we're gonna do our best.
If you're quick, I'll share them with you.
We're gonna do our best to make that happen again.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited. Next year's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do more stuff, more things, see more things, tell more jokes, see more banging churches, all sorts of good stuff.
Awesome. Hyped. Completely hyped.
The hype. But yes, I think we're going to leave it at that, folks. Thank you so much, Synth, for talking to me on this podcast. Thank you so much for joining me from your busy schedule of operating trains.
Yeah, sure.
It's your day off. I appreciate it. I mean that. You didn't have to do this, but I appreciate you coming on to the show, and hopefully you enjoyed. Was it a good? Hopefully, I don't know. Give it a score out of 10.
I was very happy to be here. It was nice reminiscing. Once again, I give you like an 8 out of 10. Just, distill air upwards. Keep striving for it. Keep working on it.
Oh dear. Hopefully I'll have you on the show another time at some point if you want to come on. We'll have to sort something out and talk
I
about more
would
things.
love that. That would be great.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for joining. So yeah, we'll make sure we'll get that happen. Whether it will be this year or the start of next year, we'll find out. We'll see what happens. We'll try and sort something out at some point. But thank you so much for coming on to the show. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you and reminiscing with you about our Galacon trip. And thank you to our listeners. My listeners who've been waiting patiently for the next episode, and you've been waiting a long time for this episode. I appreciate you people still out there still listen to the show and enjoy it and engage with it, and it's been an absolute joy still making these, which is great. And thank you to the Synth server. Thank you for the questions, who sent some questions to us in this silly little Q&A session and this little podcast. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.
Mwah.